Alright, Baruch Yahweh, Baruch Yahushai, Baruch Yahweh, Baruch Yahushai, Baruch Yahweh, Baruch Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem, Chalakudash, the blunts of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim to Tadakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. I'm the priest Shaman. This week's topic, I didn't really have something on my mind per se, so I'm just going to jump in Proverbs 1 and see where the Spirit leads. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 1. It says, the proverb of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. Because, wisdom is the principal thing. But with all that gettings, you have to get understanding. So, we're going to just read through the book of Proverbs, the first chapter, and see where the Spirit leads, going into wisdom and instruction. 3, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity. To give subtlety to the simple. Okay, let's deal with that. To give some subtlety to the simple. Wish we practiced this when we just came in the truth. When you're dealing with people in the world and you just come in this truth, you want to be subtile. Sub is under, tile, tillis, under the web. You want to be able to, use discretion with them in terms of, telling them what you're into, what's going on in the world. You learn in this truth. You have to pretend you're an archer with a finite amount of arrows. So you be very cautious. You very, when you go and shoot that shot, you think about it because you're like, oh, I have limited bows. So that's the thing with it. You have to give subtlety to these people, out here in the world. It says, and to the young man, knowledge and discretion. Right. And that's what we're trying to do. Teach our people knowledge and discretion. All right. Where's knowledge and discretion found? In the scriptures, in the laws, statutes, and commandments. The scriptures tell you that the laws are a lamp to my feet. So just like in the ancient world, they would have a long wick and a lamp towards their feet because it will get dark in the ancient world. There were no light posts and shit like that to help you guide in the dark. So too is these laws, statutes, and commandments and the wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures to help you navigate. Look how many stories we read about, Jake losing their life over dumb shit. You like, man, if these Israelites just follow these scriptures, they wouldn't do something that silly and that dumb. Verse 5, a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. Right. So this word, if you have your wits about you, you will love to hear it, even though you understand that it's going to cut you, pursuant to the book of Hebrews, that it's a two-edged sword. But if it's cutting you, it's for your betterment, right? It's to let you know, look, stop doing that particular bullshit. To understand a proverb and interpretation, the word of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Man, if our people just feared the Most High, if you feared the Most High, you would do what? You would keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. And that's really the beginning of life. Okay? Because everything, the scriptures tell you, first of all, that the wages of sin are death. So if you're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, all right, guess what? You walking down a path of death. And that's what 2/3 of the nation of Israel is doing. And that's how come the Lord is judging them. There was an accident earlier this morning around, my neighborhood, or not too far from it, where some dude, I don't know if the person was a man or a woman, but a car came out of nowhere and just boom, hit them and ran through their house. So it's like, imagine waking up and getting killed in front of your own house. A car just coming out of nowhere and just ramming you. And what caused that? Well, that's judgment from the Lord. Who knows what that person did? So that's why we fear the Most High, because we don't want to fall into his hands, into his judgment. It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So it's a foolish thing to despise the words that we're speaking. All right. People pastors to this day scoff, talk shit, or what have you, not knowing, like, look, man, you're fools. But to them, you know what? You know what's crazy about it? We look foolish to them. The scriptures actually tell you that we made fools for Yahweh's sake. We look foolish to them, the foolishness of preaching. Going out there years and years and teaching, and even though prophecies are happening, to them it's not happening at the speed they would like for them to take heed. But that's when scriptures like Hosea 5:15 takes place, right? It says, in their affliction they shall seek me early. We're not waiting for shit to kick to get right with the Lord. You know, there's a saying in the world that says prevention is better than cures. So we're not waiting for some fucking catastrophe to happen and then trying to get right with the Lord. We're trying to get right with the Lord right now, before the catastrophe happens. It says, my son, hear the instruction of thy father and forsake not the law of thy mother. Don't forsake the laws of these scriptures. That's your mother. It says, because the scriptures speak about the sincere milk. It says, verse 9, for there shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. So you can have, how you carry yourself, your characteristics is likened unto a garment, right? Because the scriptures tell you in the book of Psalm 73 that Esau, the wicked, they wear violence like a chain. But the scriptures is also telling you, you know, if you practice knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, that could be like an ornament of grace on your head and chains about thy neck, you know? So we want to put on righteous robes or righteous garments, put on this truth. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. And we're living in a sinful, wicked ass world, all right? That's the American philosophy, all right, to navigate you towards witchcraft and sin and lawlessness, you know? It says, 11, if they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. So niggas be scheming, you know, two-thirds be scheming. You're not supposed to consent with them. It said, let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. So we're not supposed to be consented with people that are trying to destroy our people. Hey, Apostle Elder Gabal, he was responding to a brother who said, Apostle Elder Tahar is not jealous of Nate, but disappointed. You know, there's a lot of things that Nathaniel, the IUIC, Bishop Nathaniel, the IUIC, teaches, all right, that's not in our people's favor, you know? Yes, he's teaching that they're Israelites, but there's a lot of things that's detrimental to their salvation that he's teaching, such as not giving them the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, not warning them with the RFID microchip, you know? Whether, you know, deceived sincerely by the Lord or knowingly and choosing not to, either way, you're not giving our people the full gospel. It says, and that also goes into Johanna and Bubble Out Blackfish, Carl, the GOCC. I have to warn our people of these guys, because they're not going to give you the full 100% truth. 13, we shall find all precious substance. We shall fill Slakia. I missed the verse. 12. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Man, that's scheming ass niggas for you. Cast in thy lot amongst us. Let us all have one purse. Right, so that's conspiring to fuck somebody over and take their shit. Instead of going out to work and get your own, you want to take somebody else. Hard work. That's a nigga for you, and that's wickedness. It says, my son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. Right. You know, there's a saying that says, show me your friends and I'll show you how you're gonna be or how you're gonna turn out. You know, show me your friends and I'll show you what you'll become. Something to that effect. Pretty much you are some of the company you keep. So the scriptures is telling us not to keep company with the 2/3, man. All right, you might, hey, you know, a little small conversation here and there, but you shouldn't be kicking it with the 2/3 like you kick with the brotherhood, because guess what? You know, what's on their mind is not conducive with the scriptures. You know? It says 15, my son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path. 16, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. It says, so are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain. Oh man, greedy of gain. I know I keep bringing it up, but the IUIC, you know, $150 million. I don't know if that 150 million is how much they have if they liquidate all assets, or that's based on a price multiple, but it's still a lot of fucking money relative to other camps, right? And how is that gain achieved? Through manipulation, right? Through bending of scriptures, you know? No, we're not jealous of that idiot, the Sakari. The fuck? Like, why would we be jealous of? We know where this thing is headed, okay? And this thing is not about dollars and money and shit per se. That's how you know, navigate through the world, but you don't need that for no salvation. It's not who's the richest is correct according to the scriptures, okay? But yeah, you got that through manipulated scriptures. Well, you might say, how did he manipulate scriptures? Well, there's certain laws in the scriptures, like the no lineup, the no dreads, or what have you, that if they start to enforce, they will lose a lot of people, man. All right, so they have to have these cookouts and these wife come-togethers and, you know, Israelite fashion show on the Passover. These things are to attract more members, and really more members means more money, right? Says, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. And this is why we go out there on the highways and byways, you know, starting with apostles and elders. We out there on them streets, we on the highways and byways, and we teach, okay? It's a mandatory thing for you to go out on the hedges. Yahushua commanded it, and you're supposed to be instant in season and out of season. The book of Revelations 3 and 15 speak about being lukewarm, all right? You got to show your face, you know? Hey, even you brothers that put up shows, you got to show your face, man. My apostle Gabar said that many years ago. We have to show our face. We can't just be doing screen recording shows. We can't just upload videos, or we're not going out there in the highways and byways. You have to do the full thing, all right? Got to do the full thing when it comes to this ministry. The streets. 21. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, and the opening of the gates in the city. She uttereth her words, saying, how long, Slack here, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Right, you 2/3. How long are you gonna love smoking weed and hanging your pants off your ass and just doing a bunch of dumb shit, you know? Seems like till a missile's coming. Now, going on the highways and the byways is very important, because that's how a lot of us came into this thing, right? Remember that you're a slut, you're a slut, you're a slut. That video went viral, you know? But how would it have gone viral if the apostles wasn't out there on 34th? See? So that's why you go out there in the highways and byways, you know? You never know who might come across. It says, how long will you simple ones love simplicities, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? Yeah, fools despise knowledge, man. All right. It says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Right. Yahushua let loose some seals. Revelations, the 5th chapter. And all the mysteries and secrets of these scriptures that we need for salvation has been given to us by our apostles and our elders, and we teach it to the hopeful elect. It says, because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Now, how the Lord stretched out his hand? His prophets, all right, out there in the highways and byways, telling our people to come back to their nationality, you know? But you know, our people, 2/3, they're gonna shrug their shoulders, and you know, they might come in for a little bit, or I'm bored now, go back into the world, whatever, you know, whatever. This thing is strictly for the elect. We don't shed a tear. We don't be like, damn, man, we don't have enough members, man. We don't think like that. We understand that this is a small sanctuary, all right? And the Most High is the one that does the choosing, okay? I planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High determines the increase, okay? Well, really, the Most High is behind the whole step of the way, but, you know, just for a lack of a better term. That's what the scriptures say. But it's all the Most High, man, all right? 25. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and will not none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And that tornado that's ripping Texas, and you asshole, hey man, the Lord is laughing. You know, that might be harsh for some to hear, but the Most High is laughing. And the Most High is going to be laughing even harder when he sends more plagues and calamities upon this earth. Okay? Because it's about time. It's well overdue. For all the wickedness. Now look, once the elect is pretty much sealed up, which, you know, we believe they are, all right, then that's it. 27, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, that's when you fucking people, 2/3, all right, the scoffers and scorners, all right, are gonna do an about face, vocab, all these people. When the Most High starts bringing that hell on them, and they calling on Jesus and realizing Jesus ain't doing shit. Jesus, what the hell was that? That was a made up name. You know, his name is Yahushua. It says, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Yep, exactly. They shall seek me early, and they shall not find me. So these videos that we doing week in, week out, we're being diligent, but they're not going to be able to be available forever. Amos 8 and 11. You know? It says, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, they would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. And the Most High is a just power, because he's giving you ability to repent. You know, come back. They don't want to hear that. You know, they don't want to change. They don't want to reform. It says, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them. And it says, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. Right? So trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. He's the one that's going to deliver us from these perilous and evil times, all right, that are approaching. Okay? So with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rachakodash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopefully elect out there, you Akim to Zadakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.